Well, this is a bittersweet evening for us here in Hoffman Estates here to honor Jeff Burke and the Burke family, who have been mainstays of our Environmental Commission for many years. Jeff is moving on to a new opportunity, and he'll be leaving us, but he's working up to the last minute. We have an environmental fair on the 29th of October on Saturday, and his resignation is effective at the conclusion of that event. We really
timed that just right, didn't it?
Really appreciate your dedication. I am here on some official business of the Village of Hoffman Estates. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas Jeff Burke, resident of Hoffman Estates since 1990, received his BA in Public Administration from the University of Illinois and his MBA in Management from Roosevelt University. Whereas Jeff has 30 years of plastic packaging expertise in consumer and industrial applications, from Mrs. Dash seasoning to VO5 shampoo to tech skill set grouts and mortars. And yes, you guessed it, his hero is Dustin Hoffman. Whereas Jeff is a member and former chairman of the Hoffman Estates Environmental Commission since 1998, a former president of the Society of Plastic Engineers Chicago section, former Barrington Area United Way allocation volunteer, and facility manager of H.B. Fuller Construction Products in Palatine. Whereas Jeff is married to Jenny Burke, who has a BS, MBA, CPA, and is currently working on her master's in tax at NIU, and is also a member of the Hoffman Estates Environmental Commission. Whereas Jeff and Jenny have daughters Megan Burke, a third-year law student at John Marshall Law, and Katie Burke, a sophomore at Purdue University. Whereas Jeff's job will be taking him away from Hoffman Estates and the Environmental Commission to Minnesota to begin a new chapter in his life. Whereas Jeff's last task as Environmental Commission will be working the Environmental Fair on Saturday, October 29th, 2011 in Village Hall. Whereas Jeff says it was an honor to be appointed to the Environmental Commission, an even greater honor and privilege watching students develop an interest in learning about our environment and working with and having the support of Public Works, Kelly Kerr, Ken Gamal and his colleagues on the Commission, Bob Podgorski, Anita Forte Scott, Mel Robinson, Charlie Boxenbaum, and of course his wife Jenny. Be it therefore resolved that I, William D. McLeod, acting under and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of the Village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaim Friday, October 28th, 2011, as Jeffrey Burke Day in the Village of Hoffman Estates, and urge everyone to join in its observance.
I'm trying to remember back 13 years ago, and most of the time I have trouble remembering yesterday, but 13 years ago I sat back and figured, what do I need to do to get involved in the community? And a lot of people simply don't do anything. They sit and they go to work, they come home, and I said, okay, I have a plastics background. What commission could use my skill sets? And it's interesting to see some of these things in there too. So when you go in the stores and you go in the food aisles and you go down the household chemical aisles and you look at the packaging and the shape of that packaging, think about me. I'm probably responsible for what you don't like and what you do like. So, but more seriously, I think part of this too was to give people an understanding of how plastics helps society. Not necessarily the downside and the waste that you see along street corners, how it can assist, how it can be recycled, and I think we did a good job of passing that information along to residents. So, again, thank you all, and it's a great privilege to receive this.
Thanks, Jackie.